Eagle Iron Sports, in association with possibly someday your company, proudly presents the Mickle Pod, a podcast show, and so much more. And now, buckle up. Get your podcorn ready. Adjust those depends. You have entered the Mickle Pod. Season 3, Episode 13. It's the Super Bowl preview episode. It is Friday, and it is episode 13. It's Friday the 10th, but I'll take a Friday the 13th where I can get it. Now, Bron got it. The scoring record. The Suns just got it. The Durantula. You get it. The Sportsverse gives us just what we need when we need it. And it feels good. Now, Phoenix really gets it. Super Bowl, Waste Management Open, and now Durant. Suns title? Feels, Bron did get that scoring title. Hang that banner up in Seattle. That movement is still alive. And if things are really lining up to help ease the pain of football's departure, maybe Baker is in a Super Bowl ad. I'll keep my head on a swivel. And you keep your hands on the pork rinds. That's right. Super Sunday is National Pork Rind Day. Each Super Sunday, a different kind of pigskin is celebrated. You can celebrate with pork rinds any day round here. And I'm going to make my pretzel wrap pigs in a blanket. They are yummy. Now, we've touched on a lot of the aspects of the Super Bowl, not digging too deep on Riri or what that spectacle might be, or the ads and what we can expect, because we really haven't been able to expect much over the past few years. We're not looking into anything like that. Too close. Let's let that play out. Now, the game will finally play out on Sunday. That's what today, and this show today, is all about. Because the PPA is off. And we'll be back right here in Mesa for the AZ Grand Slam next week. So we are off the court today. The APP is in Daytona. Here is a more fun fact for you. You can stream it on ESPN+. How about this? Championship Sunday. You watch a little pickleball on the ESPN+. Then you put on Super 8 with some pork rinds. And then you settle in for the Super Bowl. Oh my. Now that's a day. That will matter. The pickleball in front of the Super Bowl. Give it, 3 to 5 years. Just keep riding the wave. Pickleball is here. You like riding a bike? You like working on those arms? Try it for 20 minutes. Maybe 2 times a week. You might like it. You might like it at the Exercise Coach. These smooth jams feel good. And you could feel good too after a 20-minute workout at the Exercise Coach Gilbert. Mention the Mickle Pod for 2 free sessions and a discount. Exercise Coach Gilbert. Go to exercisecoachgilbert.com. Welcome back to the Mickle Pod. Glad you are here with me. And now, buckle up. We're getting right back into the action. You better have that popcorn ready. Ain't no time to adjust those depends. Back into the action right now. All Super Bowl all the time. That's today's show. It's our first Super Bowl preview. The teams, the game. What does that mean? It means we look at what matters. the way we can. We give opinions because they matter leading up to and after a Super Bowl. Spoiler alert, this is it. That long mile ahead to the true sludge in the sportsverse begins. Take the day off on Monday. Get clever. Go ahead and put in for March 16th and 17th. Though, these days, you really don't have to. March Madness is always on or you're streaming it, even at the workplace. Now that's later. Sunday is coming. Sunday will be the Super Bowl. All of the festivities leading up to talk about this player and that play. This coach and that coach. He won't be here next year. Is he the best? That will not matter anymore. 2 teams will matter. 1 team will survive and become champions. Survive. There is no discernible home field advantage. Crowd noise does not come into play. Survive. The week leading up. The media responsibility. Pressure from family and friends. Survive. Exhaustion. These guys are going through intense emotions all week. Then you got to re-summon it up on game day. They are pros. I know. I get it. And that pressure is a lot for any pro at this level, at any level, at the championship moment. It is. And you have to survive. Survive the refs. Sure, the game. Injuries can happen. The ball bounces in strange ways. Surviving the unknowns, keeping that composure is key. Yes, the winner hosting the Lombardi Trophy amongst the confetti Sunday night will have survived. There are 2. Chiefs and Eagles. Storied franchises each. Rabid fan bases. No history lesson today. Both of these teams can flat out matriculate the ball down the field, and you can thank the winningest coach in Chiefs history for that foundational piece within the NFL lexicon. Think about this. Andy Reid only needs 8 wins to become both the Chiefs and Eagles' all-time winningest coach. That matters. So let's talk about his team.
Hey, Kansas City.
The Kansas City Chiefs. They win. They have the weapons. So why does it feel like that 1.5? Is it 2.5? 1.5? Is it a pick'em? The spread is 7.5. I hear a lot of Eagles murmur and blowout talks. Pump the brakes. Gotcha. No effect. This is another crack at the title. Going to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years is as good as it gets. Winning this one, making it 2. 2 wins in 4 years, that's even sweeter. You know, like in golf, the second guy, he really matters. Hey, it'd be 2 for Andy Reid. Almost got off track, almost started spoken out. 2 for Mahomes and Kelsey. Yes, the Chiefs of the Chiefs. Keeping in mind, as we break down each team, both has had the same time off. That matters. There are injuries, and we know they matter. These numbers matter for the Chiefs. Playoff numbers. Chiefs played 2 playoff games. Eagles, 2 as well. 521, 4-0. Now that's Mahomes. Yards, TDs, and picks. 21, 176, 3-1. Now that's Kelsey. That's catches, yards, TDs. Had that one fumble. Now, 93 yards rushing per game. That's the one. Jumps right off the page. Where will some rushing come from? You must think the Eagles will key on Kelsey. Scant chance he will do as much damage. Mahomes likes to spread the ball around, sure. Yet the damage gets done by Kelsey and Scantling. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is active. That matters. I would think there is something in the works for him. The Chiefs' D has been rock solid. Jones and Clark are beasts. The secondary, much maligned at times, has been physical in the playoffs. Remember, survive. How will it be called? That matters. Speed they have. And they have not faced a QB like Hurts. Well, they did play against Kyler Murray in week 1. So, like I said, they have not faced a QB like Hurts. They have not faced a running back tandem of Gainwell and Sanders for the Eagles. They're 292 yards in these playoffs. Kansas City needs to be careful if they try to have those DBs cheat up, shift over in clever Spag run shift D moves. Now, Coach Spags is clever. He's proven. Ask Brady. I think the D will be ready. DBs, turn. Look for the ball. Now, Spags, he better prove he can shut down an Eagles attack that has not even lifted off the ground. When the birds fly through the air, it has been efficient. And I don't see Dallas hurting the Chiefs. I'll be watching for that, though, for sure. The game is special. Super. Special teams have factored into a lot of Super Bowls. The Chiefs be returning to the big game. Who will be returning the kicks? That's where some injuries are. Keep an eye on that. When they need a kick, you call Butker. He's been perfect. I'll return right after this. We'll kick start a little bird talk.
There we are! There we are! What was that? Jesus, what was that? Yes!
Ah, the soothing sounds of pickleball. And I tell you what, get to EagleIronSports.com. The E3715 is a great paddle. Pick one up for you. Pick one up for the whole family. Available now at EagleIronSports.com. You're listening to the Mickle Pod. Why wouldn't you be? Now back to the show.
Motown Philly's back again. Doing a little East Coast swing.
Oh yeah, a little East Coast swing. Always Sunny style. The Birds are back in the big game since the famed Philly special and the city's lone Super Bowl title. These Birds are hungry. The coach is hungry. He is, because Philly fans can taste it. Winning the Super Bowl, or even getting there, does not get you tenure in Philly. You got to stay hungry. Survive. This Coach Nick is the fourth since Reed left. Year 2 in the Super Bowl. Not bad. After a wild card campaign and sticking with the QB that can run good. Sure, he can. 2 playoff games. Don't let the 2 TDs fool you. The rushing came from our friends at Gainwell and Sanders. 292 yards and 3 total 2 TDs. Repetition. Think about this. Gainwell is averaging 6.2 yards per rush. 12 yards per catch in the postseason. His touches are way up. Miles Sanders, he's just a plow. You need 5 yards, he'll give you 5 yards. The postseason has seen the Eagles just run the damn ball. All season, we've also seen them air it out. We've seen more of Hurts running. So how are you going to draw it up? Kansas City D's got speed. So does Philly. I say line them up, let it fly. The old pass to set up the run. You've got to get that Kansas City D-line moving up and down the field early, I think. Get some extra miles on those tires. That's where the little cracks start to open up and you can get hurt. Deep shots to Brown, Smith, Gainwell even. Remember the refs? Sometimes they help you survive. It's in every playbook. Kansas City has it. The interference route. Philly has it. Of course, everybody does. Hurts has been super steady. 26, 18, and 1 as a starter in Philly. Adversity, he's played through it. Look back in college, you win a national championship. You transfer because of Tua. You're a Heisman finalist. And now, the brink of legend. Philly legend. Current legends. One of these rings will tie him with Mahomes and Rodgers and Wilson. Now, there's much to be said about what Tua does for Mahomes. What about, the Burrow? Is he going to be more Marino than Montana? All things to think about, for sure. But we got to stay focused and think about the game. Hurts has survived and thrived. The Eagles' D has looked hungry. Survive, you better. Reddick wears number 7, which was Jaw's old number, and he's been nothing short of a great white chomping up QBs for the birds this postseason. How's that leg, Patrick? You better be able to get out of the way. Sweat is balling. And don't forget, that's Fletcher Cox holding it down. They're solid all around. They got a coach that wants to stay around. Eagles, air, or ground, that matters. There just can't be a tie, right? So what gives in this game? Notice something. These teams are very even. They're both 14-3. They're good on O. They're good on D. Injuries aside, can we even keep them aside? We know they matter. They won't matter or be excuses by the players. That we know. So what gives? Has to be in the lines, right? How is Kansas City going to hold up against that Eagle rush? It's been a flat-out Philly sack attack. I'm keying on Reddick, so of course the Chiefs will. Pacheco, he's been running hard yards. If not a lot, except there's times he breaks one. That is where they must try and hurt Philly, who has not been as strong against the run. The run. What will Bieniemy do with Edwards-Helaire? He's just coming back. Something tricky maybe to look for. Would Bieniemy look to come to Washington? That matters. More on that later. Let's not spoke out there. Here's the proverbial question. How do you stop Kelsey? You survive Kelsey, right? That is all I have seen teams do. Survive Kelsey, and you can win. Stop Philly on 4th down. Hey, memo. They go for it on 4th down, and they do it right. They get on your side of the 50, they go for it on 4th down. Red zone, both teams make it a no zone. Make kicks count. If we have seen anything, the kick jinx is alive and well. For either of these kickers, a miss will matter. What hurts? Jalen running that Philly offense. Pedestrian in the postseason. That's all everybody's talking about, on the decline. Well, they've survived. What if Brown can throw? Philly, they've got tricks. Does 3rd down even matter anymore? See above for Philly. We know they go for it on 4th. And from what I see from the Chiefs, well, they only convert 3rd and long. So what gives? Who will survive? On each side of the coin, you've got the other, weaknesses or strengths. So it comes down to what it always does. Turnovers, that one play. Special teams, that one return. That one player who has that one game when it matters most on Sunday. Please, just not that one call. Not that. It's been Philly in the desert this year. Think about that. I'll see y'all next time right here. We can still talk about football. And pickleball is back in Mesa. I'll see y'all next time right here for more. Well, if you're still here, in honor of Super Bowl Sunday, we've got a special Mickle Pod blast from the past commercial redux. That's right. Rent-A-Hawk Redux. This would be probably the perfect Super Bowl commercial. Picture it happening as you hear how you could be safe by renting a hawk.
Whew. That was some workout. Oh, you said it, girl. Should we get some lattes? Maybe a boba tea? Oh, my God. Is that Ronald coming that way to us? Is he still follow you around? Yes. He's such a douche. Don't worry. Let's go get that boba.
So, girl, come on now. When we gonna hook up?
As if. Anton.
That's right, ladies. You can rent a hawk. Our hawks are fast. And for douche deterrence, we trim their talons. He'll be scared. He'll be scarred. Most importantly, he won't be back. Stay safe with a hawk.